I'm gonna be honest with you, man. In the very beginning of that video, it broke my heart a little bit.
Just a few more hours playing Fortnite. Yeah, good. I need people to wash my cars. While you are getting drunk and going to parties, I'm actually working on my businesses. And in a couple of months, when you're gonna see me in Dubai and living my dream life, you're just gonna call me lucky and hate. Just watch.
So I saw that video of that young kid that made that video about living in Dubai, talking about how he needs brokies to wash his car when he can probably barely pedal a bicycle. But then I got to really thinking about it, and I started thinking about my childhood. When I was a little boy, I would watch guys like Bruce Lee and Rambo and Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, and I thought I wanted to be a ninja or a world-class martial artist, and I did karate and kickboxing for like 10 years because of those guys. And even though it broke my heart in the beginning of the video, because I think a child should be a child, I thought to myself, out of me and that kid, which one is going to be served more? And I have to be honest with you, thinking I was going to be a ninja is way less of a real-world skill set for adulthood than thinking I was going to be an entrepreneur. So if I had to trade places with the 12-year-old version of myself, although I think what he's shooting for with living in Dubai and having people wash his cars and calling people brokies is probably not the healthiest view, I have to think for his overall life, that young journey with entrepreneurship, which I also had, just cutting grass, is probably going to serve him a little bit better than me thinking I was going to be a ninja or a pro athlete at his age. So the only thing I would say about that video is that he should have a little bit more grace. And I would also tell any young man, especially when you're not even old enough to drive, that it is okay to have a childhood. I think that if you can do that in a healthy way and you can add entrepreneurship to your hobbies or things you want to do or things you want to be when you grow up, I think that is okay. Just so as long as you don't get lost in the mix of the lights of Miami, Dubai, LA, New York, and that you treat people kindly and that you have grace when it comes to other people that are working hard jobs and make the world go round. I think it's really important that young men never lose sight of the fact that the people that lay the roads when you go down the street, they build the bridges, they wash your car, they're the guy that fixes your transmission. You need those guys, and those guys are just as more, if not, and probably more, important to society than just your everyday entrepreneur. So to me, it's not about his goal. I think his goal is actually retrospectively a lot healthier than I felt when I first saw it, because when I first saw it, it hit me hard. But it's keeping in frame the importance of other people in society that do the jobs that make all of our lives so much easier. And again, that's why I support the blue collar community so much. We cannot lose sight of the men that build this world and the nurses that help deliver babies and the doctors and the teachers, the good ones. There are good teachers out there, the people that make this world go round. And I think it's healthy to want to be entrepreneurial as long as we don't lose sight of those people and we don't look down upon those people as we go through our every day-to-day life. For that young man, if he thinks he wants to live in Dubai, so be it. But there's wonderful places all over this world with wonderful people that have everyday jobs, and we need those people just as much. In regards to that video, I think that he's probably just repeating some things that he heard, which is fine, because I certainly repeated things that I heard at his age, as we all do. But for all the other young men, especially the really young men that watch me, I just want you to know that if you end up not being an entrepreneur in Dubai, you haven't failed in life, you can raise a family, you can contribute to society, and that's completely okay. And in regards to any young man that does want to be an entrepreneur, that's okay too. Just don't lose sight of who you are and what's important in this world.